Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, long time no see. How are you? I hope that all of you are happy, healthy, and still very motivated to study English. Today, we are going to study something very important, that is giving suggestion. Okay, let's begin. As I told you before, that today we are going to make suggestions. Making suggestions is very important in our life because in our daily life, sometimes we have problems or our friend has problem. So to show our sympathy, we can give them suggestion. For example, is that a problem? For someone, this is not a problem. They just take the money. But if we are a good person, this is a problem. So we must ask, what should I do? So if it happened to you or to your friend, what will you do? Okay, good. Perhaps you may suggest that you must report it to the police, or you must keep it, or you must announce the money, not use it. Because if you use the money you find, it is not good attitude. So let's you notice this. Please you read this dialogue. All right. Can you find which sentence that it has suggestion? Okay, good. The other sentence? Okay, good. The other? Good. Alright, so to make suggestion, you may use let's, you may use what about, or you may use shall we, and the other you may use why don't we. Okay, now let's study how to make suggestions. For making suggestions, you can use the following phrases. First, you may use let's and then followed by infinitive. For example, it's raining. Let's take an umbrella. The second, you may use how about or what about, then followed by gerund or noun phrase. For example, it stopped raining. How about going to see a film? If you use let's, if you use the first verb that is take, and then if you use how about or what about, you may use verb A. So it's to be going. Third, you may use why don't we, then followed by infinitive. For example, it stopped raining. Why don't we go to see a film? And the last, you may use shall we followed by infinitive. For example, it stopped raining. Shall we leave now? So be careful when you use how about or what about, because it must be followed by gerund or noun phrase, and the other you may use infinitive or verb 1. Now please practice. Please you see the picture. What happened with Mary? Mary said, I am very tired. So what will you suggest to Mary? You may use the fourth pattern you have studied. Please you make suggestion to Mary. Alright, you may say what about or how about taking a rest. Second, let's take a rest. 3. Shall we take a rest? Or 4. Why don't we take a rest? Good. Now you see the problem. Amy said, what's wrong with our car? Paul, the car is broken. Please you make suggestion with call the garage. Now please do it. Alright, so you may suggest Paul, let's call the garage. Why don't we call the garage? Or how about calling the garage? Or shall we call the garage? The last, please you suggest John by using go for a drink. Great, you may say, shall we go for a drink? Let's go for a drink. Or how about going for a drink? And why don't we go for a drink? Good. Now it's time for making your own suggestion. What will you suggest if your friend has headaches? Please you make suggestions. Alright, please you check your suggestion with the 4th pattern you have studied. Next, what will you suggest if your friends are angry? Please you make your suggestions. Great, I believe now you can make good suggestions to the friend if they are in bad conditions such as having headaches or pain or angry. Now please you see this file. Please you write down in your textbook. How about if your friend has the following condition? Please you write down your suggestion in your notebook. Just do number 1 under number 10. Alright, for further exercise on making suggestion, please you visit my Schoology channel or my Google Classroom to study the following exercise. Later you submit this exercise to my email. Thank you. Alright, so today we have studied how to make suggestion by using the 4 pattern, that is let's plus infinitive, how or what about followed by gerund or noun phrase, then why don't we followed by infinitive, and the last shall we followed by infinitive. I hope you can practice it at home so you can show your sympathy to your friend who has problem by making them suggestions. See you later.